upon receipt of an alleged case of medical negligence within the public health institutions, my ministry initiates the necessary action to refer the case to Medical Council of Mauritius for an in-depth investigation. I wish to inform the House that my ministry has referred 155 alleged cases of medical negligence registered within the public health institution to Medical Council of Mauritius for the period of January 2020 to date. Out of these 155 cases, 140 cases have been investigated and 15 are awaiting investigation. Of the 140 investigations initiated at the level of Medical Council of Mauritius, 130 cases have been put aside and 10 cases have been referred to Medical Disciplinary Tribunal. Regarding the 10 cases referred to the Medical Disciplinary Tribunal, 4 cases have been referred to the Public Service Commission for inflicting sanctions, while 5 cases are still under investigation and 1 has been withdrawn. With regard to Part B of the question, the sanctions that are imposed in confirmed cases of medical negligence are in accordance with Section 46E, Part 5 of Public Service Commission's regulations. I wish to inform that the sanctions taken depends on the severity of the case, and I am also informed that 1 medical practitioner has been interdicted so far. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I must confess that I am not satisfied at all with the way complaints have been dealt with so far. At times, complainants have had to wait for years to know the outcome of inquiries. This is the reason for which my ministry is revamping the procedures for investigating cases of alleged medical negligence within our public health institutions. These new procedures have been designed to streamline investigations, ensure greater accountability, and ultimately enhance patient safety across our healthcare system. There is now a preliminary investigation at the level of regional health hospitals for each case of suspected medical negligence to ascertain the facts and determine whether an appropriate course of action is taken. In addition, a medical negligence board is being set up within the ministry. The medical negligence board may call any officer concerned and the complainant or complainants for further explanations if required, and eventually submit a report to the acting senior chief executive of my ministry with its recommendations for further actions. Moreover, the implementation of clinical auditing is being planned with the setting up of a clinical audit committee in each specialty chaired by the relevant consultant in charge. The committee will identify key areas for auditing, collect and analyze relevant data, and compare the findings against established clinical guidelines and best practices. The ministry has also introduced a weekly mortality meeting, which is chaired by the regional health director in each hospital. These meetings involve relevant consultants and are dedicated to scrutinize all deaths within the hospital. The primary aim is to identify any preventable causes and ensure that there are no lapses in care. To complement these measures, the Medical Council Act will also be amended to further streamline and expedite the procedures for dealing with cases of alleged medical negligence. This will ensure that investigations are conducted promptly and efficiently, allowing speedy actions where necessary.
So, Deputy Speaker, sir, considering the fact that it has been taking quite some time for investigations to reach an end, is there any provision in the procedures to allow victims and families of victims to have information about where the investigations have reached?
The Deputy Speaker says that is the reason I have mentioned I am not happy at all the way things were being conducted. That is the reason why we have instituted the different committees have been set up, and I can assure the honourable member this is being done in all transparency so that the complainant will come to know what is being done. He will be called as and when required.
Yes, you have a question?
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Honourable Minister, you mentioned there has been a withdrawal in a case at the level of this disciplinary committee. Can I know the reason of the withdrawal? Among the number of cases.
There has been one withdrawal.
Yeah.
I'm told, which I have read, that the Medical Council itself had dropped the case because the case was not brought properly before the council. This is what impression was being given. They have not properly prepared the case.
One last question on this. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. May I ask the Honourable Minister whether he will consider having retraining courses for those who are sanctioned repeatedly by the Medical Council at the level of his ministry? Thank you.
I'll take note of these suggestions.